Here's to it and at it and to it. And if you don't get at it when you get to it, you'll never get to it to get at it again.
People running in the race, buying up the bargains in the old marketplace. Another sale on something, we'll buy it while it's hot and save a lot of money spending.
As most people know, I've spent most of my life right out on the road, never really spending any length of time in any one place. But through it all, I've always considered this spot right here as my home. This is Skinner's Pond, Prince Edward Island.
There was a time with a buddy of mine when a freight train was our abode, and we found people in this here...
Well, I don't consider myself to have a very good voice, and I'm not a good songwriter, and I'm not a good guitar player or nothing else. But I'd like to go to every known place in the world and sing to the people my songs about Canada. Because then they'll know that Canadians are the very same kind of people that they are.
Hey, are you Stompin' Tom?
Frank Mahovlich.
You are Stompin' Tom. Come on, sing us a song then.
I just happen to be writing a new one.
We're heading for Ontario and we're off to make her big, 'cause Margot's got the cargo by and Reggie's got the rig.
I tried to peddle my songs every place I went, and it's I'll call you, don't call me. And knocked on a hell of a lot of doors, and it just wasn't there. I wasn't writing commercial stuff.
Of all the places you've played in Canada, are there any places where you haven't been received well?
That I haven't been received well? Until recently, I've never been received well. They may never come back, but the issues are the issues. There's an awful lot of people who come from my kind of meager beginnings, and I think that it's inspiring to them when they see somebody of my ilk getting something like this. And there's a lesson in this somewhere for me, for you, and for anybody that comes to Sudbury and takes a long look at this big nickel. The lesson seems to be that all the little nickels in the world, if you had them and piled them all up in one big pile, they're really not half as important as seeing the people of this town when they come together, especially on a Sudbury Saturday night. It so happens that I'm a Canadian, and it so happens that I'm very proud to be one.
That if you don't believe your country should come before yourself, you can better serve your country by living somewhere else.
Live or die, no matter what, I'm going to sing songs about my country, and I especially like to incorporate the humor or the sadness, whatever it may be, from the people that I met, and transfer that to the people that I'm about to meet. So, put it all together, and what do you get? There's a time when I like to stand out on the Cape alone. It expands your awareness. It makes you want to cry and makes you want to laugh at the same time. You're so happy, like in a way that the God of the universe is so vast and has created you. And you seem to be crying at the same time with a kind of humbleness, a humility, a thankfulness. When they come up to me and ask me for an autograph or show me a record that they bought or a picture they took, what enters my mind at the time is that I feel humble.
Very much for doing that in.
Because I don't want them to look up to me, because I feel uncomfortable about being in that position, because I know that if I had a chance to sit down and talk to that person, each and every one of them, directly, to say to them that it's because of you that makes me who I am. It's nothing that I've done. It is you. So it is me that should look up to you rather than you looking up to me. It's about the only way I can really explain it.
You hear every day how they're going away. I guess they just don't understand. The singer is the voice of the people, and his song is the soul of our land. So singer, please stay and don't go away, with so many words to be said. For a land without song can't stand very long when the voice of its people is dead. Oh, singer, you must search for your place on the earth, while the same for your nation is true. So lift up the soul of your country, and a place will be found here for you. But don't go and run till your song has been sung and the words of your soul have been said. For a land without song can't stand very long when the voice of its people is dead.
You might say because I never had a family, that may be one of the reasons why all Canadians became my family, an extended family.
You may pile up your gold, but the pride of your soul is the small bit of hope you bestow on the children who come this way tomorrow, in search of the right way to go. So singers, sing on like the first ray of dawn, with your promise of day just ahead. For the land without song can't stand very long when the voice of its people is dead. Oh, I hear every day how they're going away. I guess they just don't understand. The singer is the voice of the people, and his song is the soul of our land. So singer, please stay and don't go away, with so many words to be said. For a land without song can't stand very long when the voice of its people is dead. When the voice of its people is dead. And the voice of its people is dead. And the voice of its people is dead.
Nobody ever called me Stompin' Tom until Peterborough, when a waiter down in Peterborough sort of hung the moniker on me and got up on the stage one night and said, "Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Stompin' Tom, chews more plywood than all the beavers in Canada and does this and does that." And so that's where it started.
I was born in old St. John, New Brunswick by the sea. Back in 1936, it was just my mom and me. And as she wandered through the land, shunned by family, she often had to beg for bread while I was only 3. She taught me to hitchhike and to face the road alone, and sing about what life was like for those that had no home. Holy, holy, holy. Well, I turned 4 in Halifax, 5 in Montreal, and every small town in between. By 6 I knew them all. And when the long road took us back to St. John, Mama cried. That night the strong arm of the law tore me from her side. And they made me an orphan and taught me not to roam, just cry myself to sleep at night and not be a rolling stone. Holy, holy, holy. By the time that I turned 8, they said that I was cured from all that wanderlust to which I had been lured. And just in case my mum would try to find out where I'd gone, they shipped me off to PEI to a farm in Skinner's Pond. And though I love the country I call this island home, I'd sing about what life was like with a mother's love unknown. Pulley, pulley, pulley. When I was 13 years of age, I couldn't take no more. I ran away from home one day and left my island shore. And while the Mounties everywhere were looking for their men, on a merchant ship from old St. John I sailed for Newfoundland. And away out on the Grand Banks, the truth came like a knife. A drifter I would always be upon the roads of life. Oodly, oodly, oodly. Before the age of 17 I seen this country wide. An old guitar I'd gladly play, and I'd thank you for the ride. And many a conversations had through my journey long, they wound up in my repertoire of Canadian country songs. And everywhere I traveled, I dreamed along the way, God might make this vagabond a country star someday. Pulley, pulley, pulley. Then one night in Timmins Town, North Ontario, they said, if you can sing, we'll keep you round for a week or so. I packed the place for 14 months, and before they let me go, I'm driving a car, I got a new guitar, and I'm singing on the radio. From there, this old hitchhiker, he was on his road to fame, with Bud the Spud from the bright red mud and the good old hockey game. Oodly, oodly. Then came Sudbury Saturday night at the Gumboot Cloggeroo. They made me the chairman of the board till I stomped the hole right through. And like old Luke with his old guitar, my song wasn't over yet, till I sang the ode that I wrote for the road and the mum that I can't forget. And when the party was over, I began to write this song. And tonight you've heard me sing the words to the ballad of Stompin' Tom. Tonight you've heard me sing the words to the ballad of Stompin' Tom. Oodly, oodly, oodly.
The largest country in the world and yet the least sung about. I mean, I would say, come on, songwriters, get out there and start writing, because there's millions of stuff. Millions of things you have to write about.